Ray Hayes once again at the Shelton Interactive Party at the Iron Cactus here at South by Southwest Interactive 2011. We're joined by Stephen Denning, the author of, I guess, 8 books now. His current book is The Leader's Guide to Radical Management. First question, Stephen, obviously is, what does radical management mean?
It's about doing things differently. It's about delighting the customer. It's about focusing the entire organization on how can we create more delight, how can we create it sooner, how can we create a world in which the customer is so entranced, so enchanted with what we want, we are offering, I gotta have it. Doesn't matter how much it costs, no matter what I have to do, I must have it. It's creating that must-have experience.
So the radical management really deals with how a corporation or a government or some kind of entity interacts with its public as much as anything else.
Absolutely. It's an interactive thing. Instead of we are delivering stuff to people, we're pushing stuff at customers, we're have a supply chain, and we're tweaking the supply chain, and we're parsing demand. This is about starting at the other end and saying, who are the customers? What do they want? What do they need? What might delight them? What would be thrilling for them? How can we deliver it?
It's the second time you've used the word delight, and I like that concept, that companies are there to provide delight to their publics.
Right. That's the centerpiece of the book. It's about, that's the kind of the Rubicon, when companies shift from we're pushing stuff at people to how do we delight the people who might want to do business with us.
Do leadership principles apply in both business and government? Any kind of management structure, or is that
the same for private sector and public sector? It's about, for private sector, it's about customers, it's about clients. For public sector, it's about stakeholders. It's about, if you're in the education sector, it's putting students first, not the teachers, not the administrators, not the system. It's about what do we do for students. In the health sector, it's about what do we do for patients. What do we do? It's not just doctors or administrators or insurance companies. It's about how do we actually deliver more value for customers, for patients. So it's whether it's the private sector, whether it's government, whether it's health, it's education. This is about a whole different way of thinking about how organizations function.
Speaking of different ways of thinking, this is your 8th book.
Right.
You're now working with Shelton Interactive, who is hosting us this evening.
Right.
Have things changed in how one promotes a book?
Rusty has been a huge guide for me in showing how I can interact with, a whole world that didn't exist. When I wrote books in 2005, Twitter didn't exist, YouTube didn't exist, Facebook was just beginning. Now 500 million people on these things. This is just in 5 years, the whole world has been transformed. So in this world, I can now reach so many of those people, interact with them. I can communicate what this is about. This is a whole different way of thinking about things. And because they can, if they believe it, if they buy it, they're excited by it, they actually spread the word. So this is so exciting.
Stephen, thank you so very much. It's The Leader's Guide to Radical Management by Stephen Denning. It's available now, and we'll look forward to reading it. Thank you.